Hello and welcome to another episode of eScooter Talks. A couple of hours ago I came across a post about new Navee electric scooters that are being released, Navee S40 and Navee S60. So I went to their website, went to check some of the details and decided, okay, let's quickly try and make a video and share my thoughts about new Navee electric scooters. So picture is going to be shown here, but I'm going to be probably looking here just to go through all the specs and details so I don't forget to mention something. We're going to focus on Navee S60 and then I'm going to go quickly through Navee S40 and just point out probably some of the differences. But basically, technically, they're almost the same scooters except for a couple of things. So first picture that I came across, I was looking like, okay, that deck space looks really small, you know. But then I came across a picture from a different angle and realized, okay, that actually doesn't look that bad. So we have a front and rear suspension, same as on S65C that I just did a range test a couple of days ago and released that video actually last week. And S65 that I'm releasing a range test this Saturday. Fork and suspension, same shape, but if you look at the pictures a little bit better, you're gonna just look at the place where the hub motor mounting point connects to the actual front fork. If someone would that's a bit concerning, because if someone would be, you know, just trying to heavily abuse scooter or destroy it in some way and jump curbs and doing stunts or something, I'm not sure how strong that is, so that could technically break. That, don't get me wrong, I don't doubt Navee quality, okay? You, from pictures, you can't realize until you actually see that scooter in person. It's really well made scooter, okay? So it has a rear hub motor, 1000 watt peak power, so that's nominal 500 watts, and max incline of 24%, so that's pretty good. When it comes to range, this is one thing that, Navee, honestly, fair play. So on their website it stated 60 kilometers at 15 kilometers per hour, 50 kilometers at 20 kilometers per hour, or 40-kilometer range at 25 kilometers per hour. I've never seen that being done on any website of any manufacturer, so honestly, Navee, fair play. Because, with this, yeah, that's 60 kilometers, okay, that's not an actual, it depends on the speed. If I'm gonna go faster, of course, I'm gonna get a lower range, and I would honestly like to see that across all the brands, across the whole industry. Regarding brakes, so there's dual braking, front and rear drum brake plus ABS or regenerative braking on a rear wheel. Now, we've seen setup with only front drum brake and rear regenerative braking, and that works absolutely brilliant, especially on Navee S65C. Navee S65C has the best braking setup I ever experienced in my life. And I tried nice amount of electric scooters, okay? We have 10-inch pneumatic tubeless tires with anti-puncture jelly, as far as I can see, if I'm not wrong. And we have a support for Apple Find My that we never seen before. So fair play, Navee, about that. Navee scooters are just getting better and better. We have 4-inch display with William printing that small icon tire pressure reminder. That's a brilliant thing. It will be great to see that across the industry on more of the electric scooters. And of course, Bluetooth connectivity, Bluetooth safety locking, servicing indicator, and overheating indicator. We have an option to connect to Navee app. So I actually having mine connected to Xiaomi app. So obviously Navee released their app. I actually need to download that and connect them to Navee app. We have a built-in indicators, another brilliant thing. We have adjustable headlight that we saw on Navee V series, V40 Pro and V50 had that. Now S40 and S60 have that as well. And we have a cool looking rear mudguard, but like a bit concerning because there is only mounting point is only on one side. So I don't know, is there going to be any support behind that, or maybe mudguards made of aluminum or whatever. But if that's plastic, that's going to be really fragile. Okay, so as I said, I don't doubt Navee quality, but that's a little bit concerning to me when it comes to folded scooter. Folding mechanism looks like the same like on Navee S65C. Rock solid folding mechanism, works absolutely brilliant. No squeaks, no noise, nothing. Like I was really doing some jumps and stunts with that scooter, but that folding is still in place. Like no movement, no play with it. A smart BMS, again, brilliant Navee, just absolutely amazing job. And now we have at the end of the site, we have all the most important specs. They'll be shown here. I'm just going to read them quickly. So motor 500 rated 1000 peak power, 10-inch tubeless tires, 24% max incline battery, 48 volt, at 10.2 amp hours. So S65 has 48 volts at 12.7 amp hours. So slightly smaller battery, that's why the range is claimed range 60, not 65 kilometers. Max load 120 kilos. Max range, we already have mentioned that, and we have it explained here as well. Sensor for automatically turn on a headlight. Front and rear drum brakes with rear ABS or regenerative braking. Charging time 8 hours. Max speed 25 kilometers per hour. US version 40 kilometers per hour. That's great, but another thing, Navee, from my point of view and point of view of lots of consumers, to be honest, if only you would have an option for everybody to unlock that speed, okay? That, I'm pretty sure that that would make you Navee as a brand much more popular. And we have a IPX5 waterproofing and weight of 24.6 kilos. And on one of the websites I saw a price tag of around 750 euros. Okay, now let's go quickly to Navee V40 and just to point out differences, and then I'm going to give my final conclusion. So V40, technically everything almost exactly the same, but the motor is 700 watts with 18% incline. When it comes to range, of course, range supposed to be rated 40 kilometers, range at 15 kilometers per hour. At 20 kilometers per hour, it's 35 kilometer range, and at 25 kilometer per hour, 27 kilometer range. When it comes to braking, front drum brake and rear regenerative braking, exactly same setup that's on Navee S65C. Absolutely brilliant, spot on. Support for Apple Find My, again great. Dashboard and everything on dashboard and display basically the same. Support for Navee app, built-in turn indicators, adjustable headlight, and that same worrying rear mudguard. Folding mechanism exactly the same. Smart BMS, perfect. And then so motor is 350 watts rated, max power 700 watts. Tires 10-inch, incline 18%, battery 36 volt, 7.65 amp hours, max load 120 kilos. Sensors for turning headlight out automatically on and off. Charging time 6 hours, max speed 25 kilometers with no option for unlocking for increasing speed. IPX5 waterproofing and weight of 22.2 kilos. Okay, my personal opinion, my verdict. There are so many brilliant things about this Navee S40 and S60 scooter. So first of all, I managed to came across price tag on one website. So S65 750 euros and S40 599 600 euros. So Okay, real life range. If we are comparing so that we have a smart BMS in both of the scooters, that's absolutely a brilliant thing. So we have for 600 euros, we have a scooter that has a full suspension and max range of 27 or over 20 kilometers, even if you're a little bit on the heavier side. All that in that price tag, I think it's just absolutely brilliant. If we are looking at S65, okay, so we have, basically all that, but we have a higher range. So we're gonna get, like I would probably get something around 35 kilometers at max speed for 750 euros. So if we are looking at that and compare that to S65C that was around 1,000 euro and S65 that was over 1,000 euro, this is a brilliant price tag. This is honestly an absolutely brilliant price tag, like what you get and what you pay. So my personal opinion, like really Navee, fair play, brilliant job. Too bad that Navee is just not that popular out there on the market, and I'm not sure is that because of Navee's marketing or what, but like guys, honestly, Navee is like with top 5 brands out there when it comes to build quality, okay, reliability and all this. So yeah, if you're looking for a good scooter, not too expensive, and you're not crazy about doing 100 kilometers per hour, because trust me, I was doing that, and you can't ride scooter at a high speed for too long time anyways, and it's safer to go slower. So yeah, if you're looking for something like that, honestly, you won't go wrong with Navee as a brand overall, or with those scooters. As I said, unfortunately, I think when they come out, the older models probably sales might slow down because this is just much better uh, value, like what you get for your money than S65 or S65C. So yeah, I that's gonna be all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and I hope I earned your subscription. If you like what you see and if you want to support me, you can always buy me a coffee. But also you can support me completely free by interacting, by checking my other videos, commenting down below your questions or maybe video ideas. It helps me as well, to create content that suits you, of course, and also sharing videos and subscribing if you still haven't. So yeah, as usual, guys, that's all for this episode. Till next time, please stay safe out there and respect other road users. Bye bye.